All right. Hi, everyone. It's Carol here from Tapping Into Sleep, and I'm ready and excited for another great interview today. This is my friend and colleague, Georgia Barnwell. I met her through the National EFT Training Institute here in Canada, where we did some training together. We actually took our advanced level certification for tapping together. But what Georgia has that I wanted to bring to everyone here today is the Donna Eaton energy routine. I've heard of the routine a lot. I've seen it done, but no one really captured me the way Georgia did when she did it. And she had done it one morning just for as we were starting our training to kind of get us ready for the training because they were intense, right? We were intense Saturday training. So I invited Georgia here to let us know or to walk us through, I guess, the routine so you can start using it in your life. And Georgia, welcome.
Thanks very much, Carol. I'm excited to share this as well. This has been one of the lifesavers for me. This with conscious EFT have just changed my life completely.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And so how could we, as using this routine, which is 5 to 10 minutes, I know they say 5, but it can take a little bit longer if you really get into the breathing with it. How can this help us and how can it help our sleep, really?
Okay, well, we're walking around in these electromagnetic vehicles, and we have a number of various energy systems. Certainly, many people have heard of chakras and meridians, and there are a number of others. Donna, as she has done her work over the last 40 years, I think she's identified 7 different energy systems within our body. And so this particular 5-minute routine balances all of the energy systems. So the more we can certainly reduce or release energetic blockages to flow and open the space for more energy, we're going to be more grounded, we're going to be more present, and our nervous systems are going to be in a calmer state.
And I say that all the time, right? You can't sleep if your nervous system is in fight or flight. You just can't. You can't shut off your mind. So anything we can add during the day. I always say, whatever you do during the day will reflect itself at night. It's just the way it is. And so doing this routine, I imagine, will help calm our nervous system, like you said, and just allow sleep to come easier.
Yeah. What I find is it makes me feel more balanced and present and certainly grounded. So, and when we are balanced and present, we're in that ideal nervous system state.
Cool. All right. I'm excited for this. So Georgia's going to do it sitting down, and I'm going to do the ones that we need standing up. I'm not going to do all of them standing up, but so this routine, and correct me if I'm wrong, it's usually done standing or sitting or both.
It can be done either way. Usually when it's demonstrated, people are standing, but for some reason or other, maybe it's not possible. Maybe you're not in a situation where you can stand and have the space, or maybe you're, working with some health issues and you just need to sit while you're doing it. It's fine. You get the benefits either way. Certainly 1 or 2 of the movements are a little different between standing and sitting, but I think they're beneficial either way. And we can go through them. I'll go through the routine and, talk a little bit about what's going on with each exercise. And then maybe at the end, we can just do a quick run through without any of the yakety.
Okay. And that's the part. Yeah. And the part I liked was your explanation of each exercise. That was what really captivated me. So I'm looking forward to that part. All right. Let's start.
Well, either sit or stand comfortably, feet on the ground. Your spine is feeling, soft and fluid, and your head is supported. You're in a good posture. The first one is the 4 thumps, and we're going to start by tapping on our cheekbones. And this is our stomach meridian. And it will help us to ground. It brings the energy down. And as we thump, we can possibly feel that energy just vibrating down our bodies and into our feet, connecting us to the earth. The next one is just below the collarbone. And this is the kidney meridian. And this brings energy up from the ground.
Oh.
So these two, the first and second thumbs, bring our energy together. And the kidney meridian brings us clarity. And for some reason, I just always want to take a deep breath when I do this.
This is what I would call my favorite point. So when you said that, it brings
Me
us
too.
clarity. I'm like, oh, yes.
Yeah, me too. And we don't need to talk quite so long when we're actually going through it, but I'm just doing this as I explain what's going on.
Perfect.
And the next one is the thymus. You can use a closed hand or you can use your fingers, whatever feels good to you in the moment. And this taps on the thymus, which helps our immune system. And we know that Tarzan used to do this, so it helped his strength as well. And the next one is just under the arms, and for the women, it's just at the bottom of your bra line where your ribs are. And this is the spleen meridian. And our spleen is really important for our immune system, but also it helps us digest and metabolize. And that can be our food, our drink, our emotions. So this helps us process all of those things that are flowing through us. And that's the 4 thumbs. And I usually feel like really, whoa, pleasant and grounded and invigorated by doing those. The next one is the cross shoulder pull. And just take your right hand to your left shoulder, just kind of squeeze it in there and then drag your hand over to your right hip. And same with the left hand into that large muscle on your shoulder and pull your hand across to the left hip. And depending on the morning, I might do it 3 or 4 times. I might even do it more often. Depends on what's going on. And what that does is it makes sure that our energies in our, aura and the various energy systems are crossing, because the balanced energies need to cross from the right to the left side. So this is a great way to get that energy going crosswise. The next one is the cross crawl. And I'm going to do that here. I'm just going to use my right hand. I'm going to raise my left knee and just do a few of these. And again, this gets our energy moving in the right direction. And one thing you may notice, if you're out walking and you are doing, right hand, left foot forward, left hand, right foot forward, that your energies are balanced. Sometimes I'll notice that I'm walking and my right hand and right foot are going, my left hand and my right foot. And that's a signal that my energies are running the wrong direction. And so if I notice that, I try to stop and go back into that cross crawl, because again, our energies need to cross.
Yeah, and I always say, when you're walking, you're rebalancing your energies, and this is why, because once I heard this exercise, I'm like, that's what we do when we walk.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to do the Wayne Cook posture. Oh, yes. And so I'm going to do it sitting, and you're going to do it standing. So for those seated, this is the original posture developed by a man named Wayne Cook. He was quite wise. I can't remember exactly his the label of what he did, but he was really good in bioenergetics. And he developed this exercise to relieve his stuttering. And Donna talks a lot about how it can help us if we're scrambled and we can't figure things out, that this can really help us calm down and get clear. So I'm going to put my right foot on my left knee, and I'm going to take my left hand and put it on my right ankle. And then I'm going to take my right hand and put it across and underneath my foot like that. And so then the exercise for me is to breathe in and pull my leg closer a little bit.
And it's standing, it's put my hands out, flip them over, put my left over my right. So when I turn over, my right is on top.
And a few easy breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth.
Mm.
And just let ourselves go. Take that energy off. And we go the other side. So now I've got my left ankle on my right knee, my right hand over the left ankle, and my left hand's coming around the bottom of my left foot.
Yeah, and for me, what I did is I went my right on top of my left this time. So when I flip over, my left is what's on top.
Yeah. And 3 easy breaths.
It's kind of cool that he did this for his stuttering. I didn't know that. That's new information.
Yeah. I think it's just amazing how all of this stuff has really improved people's lives.
Yeah.
So 3, 2, 1, and shake that off. Now make a steeple out of your fingers and put your thumbs on your third eye and take 3 easy breaths.
Oh, that one went really deep.
Yeah, I like this one. And just dig your fingers into your forehead, just above your third eye, and just drag that across to your temples. And give your hands a little shake. And now we're going to move into the crown bowl. And then we will do the similar thing. We're going to take our fingers and just dig them into the center of our scalp and just pull apart a couple of inches. And we're going to work our way back around the head. And this is just really opening space in our head for energy to flow and for our thoughts to become clearer. And just work this all the way around. And when you get to the back of your neck, pull it out and then hang your hands on your neck. And just let that go. How are you feeling now, Carol?
Oh, like I was, when we were doing that one, my thought was like, I love to like learn and listen to podcasts, and I dig into deep stuff sometimes. And it's like, I feel sometimes it's over my head, even though it's not. But like the first time you hear something, right? I'm like, I could like open up my brain.
Yeah.
That's what my thought was. I'm like, I could open up my brain so I can absorb more.
It's great for those afternoon meetings.
Yeah. Like turn your Zoom camera off for a minute and then just open up the brain. It feels like it would open up clarity and balance.
Yeah, I think it does. Cool. Okay, so the next one is connecting heaven and earth. So I'm going to sit with my hands on my thighs, and you're going to stand that way. And so we're grounded and balanced, and just bring your arms around into a prayer position. And we're going to take our left hand up and our right hand down, and keep your palms flat and just stretch. Reach for the sky with your left hand and the floor with your right, and feel that stretch along your spine. And hold your breath while you do this. And then as you're ready to come back down, exhale, Come back down to center. And let's do the other side. Feel that stretch. You can either look up towards the sky or down towards the earth, whatever feels best for you in the moment. And come back to center. And I'm going to do that once more. And then as we come back, we're going to gently lean forward, slowly and comfortably, and reach for the floor. And take a couple of easy breaths, and notice with each breath how your fingers get closer to the floor. And feel that stretch. Now I want you to take your hands and start doing figure eights in front of your feet. And as you unroll to standing up, just keep doing those figure eights in front of your body, right up over your head. Place the backs of your hands together and just bring your hands down. That felt like a really good stretch. And we're getting close. There's two more exercises. The next one is the zip up. And we start with our hands right on our groin, right by the pubic bone. And we're going to draw our hands right up that center line of the body, under the chin and to the bottom of the lower lip. And that is our central meridian. And this helps us zip up our central meridian and our energy field so that we're less likely to take on things that we don't want. I usually do this about 3 times, and I do it intentionally. I do that zip up. And when I get to the bottom of my lip, I lock it and throw away the key. So you can zip up with affirmations as well. Some mornings I'll do clarity, confidence, creativity, whatever you feel that you want to zip in there.
What I was thinking, so I'm an empath, something I didn't want to acknowledge for years and years and years, but I do now fully embrace my empathic side. But with that comes other people's energy bombarding me all day. So you would use the zip up to keep yourself protected?
Absolutely. The zip up is really great for that. So I will do it before I go into a meeting sometimes. Just, you know, if I know the dynamics are going to be flying around, then I'll zip myself up, and it does seem to help.
I'm thinking even for people going into an office environment where there's so many different energies within the office environment, to do the zip up before you go to work. Oh, yeah, that's exciting.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. we need these tools desperately.
And so you said there was one more. What's the other one?
Yeah, there's one more, and that's called the hookup. So one finger in your belly button and one finger on your third eye. Press in and lift up.
Does it matter which finger?
I use the middle finger. I don't know that it matters.
That's what I did too.
Yeah. And a few easy breaths. So this balances the microcosmic orbit, and that is made up of the central meridian and the governing meridian, which runs around from the upper lip around the back and then back down through the groin and up where it meets the central meridian. So this hookup gets those meridians running in the right direction so that our energies are balanced and moving the way they should.
I see the value of some of those on their own, but I can see the value of adding this in your morning routine, because then, like, I never knew that it balances all our energy systems. But if you do it every day, then you're less likely to need to go for Reiki or reflexology or for, and all of those are awesome and I love them and I go all the time. But this would be your daily maintenance for yourself. And then
Well,
those are treats to go to, right? That, or if you need more and you need help, but
yeah, certainly the energy routine really helps us to balance. And then it actually puts us in a better place to benefit from other healing methods because we're already, receptive and balanced, and the energies are flowing a little more easily. So I know that David Feinstein, Donna's husband, who's an expert in energy psychology, he talks about using the daily energy routine when people find that tapping isn't working.
oh,
So
interesting.
again, the tapping works on certain parts of our energy system, and this routine really balances the broader whole of our energies. So I think they all fit together. And so whether you use tapping and Eden energy medicine, or add things like massage or mindfulness or meditation, Reiki, yoga, any of those things, they all work together.
Yeah. All right. So let's do it now without talking,
Okay.
just so that if people wanted to kind of zoom up to this spot on the video, they could follow along with you until it becomes normal for them. Start again.
Okay. Let's start with the 4 thumps. And the cross shoulder pull. And the cross crawl. And now the Wayne Cook. And I'm going to give a bit of an explanation here because it's harder to see. Right foot, left knee, left hand on the ankle, right foot around the bottom. And an easy breath in, pull your foot towards yourself. Easy breath out. And just dig that in and stretch that out and let it go. And the crown pull. And now we're going to connect heaven and earth. Hands on thighs. The prayer position. Reach up with your left, down with the right. Feel that stretch. And now we just lean forward gently and reach for the floor. Feel that stretch. And bring your figure eights up the body. And then bring it down. And we're into the zip up. the hookup. Oh,
Oh, that feels really
welcome
good.
to the morning.
Yeah. All right. That felt really, really good. I'm excited for people to comment on this. Let us know what you think. Awesome. And so, Georgia, I'm curious if you could share with people what it is exactly that you do, because I know it's like about healthy relationship with food or something like that. And not just what you do, but how can people reach you?
Okay, great. Well, first of all, my main learning edge and area of inspiration is tapping into a new relationship with food.
So
And
needed.
so this program combines a number of pieces. Conscious EFT is the kind of central tool that we use throughout. And then Eden energy medicine and other energy psychology exercises fill part of our toolkit, as well as anti-inflammatory nutrition, because the anti-inflammatory nutrition is really critical. We have a nervous system in our gut. So we can do all kinds of things to calm our nervous system, but if our gut is upset or unbalanced, we're going to just be keeping going back to the same place. So the anti-inflammatory nutrition and ferments and foods like that feed the microbiome also contribute to balancing the gut nervous system and then our whole body's nervous system. So that's key. And then once we're in that grounded state of balance, reducing inflammation, which shows up as upset emotions in one way, we can start to look at, okay, so what is my relationship with food? Is it my best friend? Is it my enemy? Does it change from day to day? What does it really mean when I want to have those chips? Okay, so it really doesn't mean that I need salty crunchy. It means I need something else.
It needs soothing. For me, food uses it. People mostly use food as that soothing, it's taking care of me kind of way.
Yeah, it does. And it's pretty interesting how each food will have its own little emotional theme to it.
Coffee for me. Oh, I love my coffee.
And so we learn a lot too about our brain chemistry and how foods affect it, and then how we can use other tools to get that same brain chemistry, so that when we eat, we can eat nourishing foods and not bring in the guilt and the shame and the self-flagellation that comes with it. So it's a pretty comprehensive program. Lots of tools go together, but it really shows us that we can be intentional and conscious in the way that we move through life. So,
and the 3 pillars of health are your sleep, your food, and exercise. And so we're covering 2 of them right here. And exercise just becomes part of like walking, like just your natural exercise. So how could people reach you? And we'll also put this information in the comments, but what's your website, or how do people contact you?
Okay, thanks. My business name is Energy for Transformation. So the website is www.energyfortransformation.com. And my email is georgia@energyfortransformation.com.
I love that, how it's simple.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. I love Georgia, and I know we'll be colleagues for a long time. I can see that in our future. So if you have questions for Georgia on food and healthy, like, I'm not kidding, like, we need a healthy relationship with sleep. We need a healthy relationship with exercise. We need a healthy relationship with food. Food is not something we can do without. And when we're using food as a soothing or in a way that is not healthy, then we can change that if we choose to. So reach out for Georgia. Any questions, just put them in the comment. If you need to reach me for anything, go to tappingintosleep.com, and I look forward to all your comments and your questions. Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.